Boxing truth here. I've noticed something when it comes to Jermall Charlo and how some fans are actually upset that he moved out of the 54-pound division. Claims of ducking, running scared from a Demetrius Andrade, or the upcoming fight tonight for the winner between Hurd and Harrison. Had Jermall Charlo not vacated his strap, that fight tonight will be an eliminator to be the next mandatory for Jermall Charlo. But Charlo made his decision, moved in a weight class that's going to get him a lot more recognition, much bigger paydays. Jermall Charlo made the right business decision. He's also been on record that he's struggling to make the 154-pound weight class. So why stay in a division where he's not going to get much recognition, where he's not going to get the type of paydays he's seeking? Why stay in a weight class and fight for chump change against dangerous contenders when he can move up and fight superstar level fighters, pound for pound level fighters, and perhaps be on that pay-per-view platform like his stablemate in Danny Jacobs, who is also advised by Al Heyman, and he's on the platform and getting the biggest payday of his career in a fight against Triple G next month. So Jermall Charlo, not only is he struggling to make weight at 154 pounds, why not move into a direction where he can get these big high-profile fights? He'll be in position. He'll be able to look out for his best interests, and I'm sure Heyman will at least look out for his best interests, and that is to get these big fights in the middleweight division. Canelo Alvarez has business to attend to, and after he trashes Chavez Jr., he's going to be campaigning in the 160-pound weight class. So it all makes all the sense in the world for Jermall Charlo to move into this weight class, get his feet wet. Of course, he's not going to go straight at these guys right away. He's going to take at least one warm-up fight, perhaps fight a top 15 contender in one of the sanctioning body belts, get himself rated, and his team will have to decide which way will they proceed. Will they go the IBF route? Will they go another route? There's really not many paths. Either you fight Golovkin or you fight Billy Joe Saunders, or there are some other fights out there. And Jermall Charlo, he's going to look to get at least one fight a rated contender, get rated. And there's some opponents that he could fight in the middleweight division before he takes that leap to fighting the big stars of the middleweight division. A good fight for him will be a Peter Quillen. If Peter Quillen is still active, if he's still trying to fight. He hasn't fought at all in 2016, but he will be a good first fight for Jermall Charlo in the middleweight division. Charlo would make easy work of Peter Quillen right now, especially coming off a long layoff, a knockout loss. But it's going to be interesting to see where Charlo's career is going to head now he's going to the middleweight division. What type of fights is he going to pursue for his first fight at middleweight? Plenty of guys he could fight. I would like to see some solid guys that he could fight in the middleweight division. Charlo is a good fighter. Doesn't really need much protection. He just needs a couple of more fights. Get himself acclimated in the middleweight division, then he can pursue a Golovkin or a Canelo. Then just roll the dice, see where he's at in his career. But should be the goal. That should be the vision here for Charlo's team. And Heyman should definitely, when the time is right, pursue the best opportunity possible, the most lucrative opportunity possible for Charlo, and that's either a Golovkin fight or a Canelo fight. But Charlo is a welcome addition to a 160-pound weight class. I have no problem whatsoever him moving up in weight to pursue bigger opportunities, to pursue more recognition for his career. He's not going to get much of anything at 154. What the hell is he going to do at 54? He's not going to fight his brother. He's not going to fight Lara, who trains with him, and they have the same gym. He's not going to fight none of those guys. So what's the point of him staying at 154? Those are the other belt holders, and he's related to them or trains with one of them. So where's the ambition? Where's the vision at 154 pounds? There's really not much available at 154. I mean, as a champion at 154, he's fulfilled his obligations. He he beat Bundridge, all right. He wasn't much. He was paper champ, old as hell, but he knocked him out, did what he was supposed to do. He took a voluntary defense, which all young champions do at a stage in their careers. Took a little voluntary. Then he fought a capable fighter, pretty good fighter in Austin Trout. It was a life and death struggle, but other star fighters have struggled with Austin Trout, so no crime there. Got the decision. Thought he deserved it. It was very close, though. And then he acted like a champion and fulfilled his mandatory obligation. Trashed the up-and-coming Julian Williams, who everyone was saying was going to whoop. A lot of people were saying was going to whoop Charlo. Everyone was thinking Julian Williams was the future, that he was going to be the future at 154 pounds and perhaps even derail Golovkin or Canelo. A lot of praise heading into that fight for Julian Williams. And Charlo just showed the boxing world that he was just another contender that wasn't really ready. Took too much of a jump. Couldn't handle the big time setting championship fight and got iced by Charlo within 5 rounds. So Charlo, he's fulfilled his duties at 54. Couldn't get the fights at 54 for obvious reasons. There's really not much action in terms of big fights, big money fights. He's not going to get the fight with Miguel Cotto. That ship has sailed. Miguel Cotto is going to be looking for certain type of opponents, not a Jermall Charlo. So there's really nothing to fulfill for Jermall Charlo at 154 pounds. What's he gonna get fighting Demetrius Andrade or a Jarrett Hurd if he beats Tony Harrison? When was Jermall Charlo running scared from Andrade? Was Andrade even rated by the IBF when Charlo held the IBF strap? Was Andrade even around when Charlo was defending his strap? Andrade was on the sidelines, was in litigation, was inactive, and taking tune-up fights, and only fought once last year. So when the hell was Jermall Charlo supposed to fight Andrade, where the fight actually made sense for both fighters, and especially in the case for Jermall Charlo? Where's the incentive to fight an inactive fighter going through promotional problems, and he definitely doesn't bring much at the table financially? So Jermall Charlo and his team are doing the right thing. Might as well move out of that weight class. If they're having trouble making it, then what's the point in staying there? Besides, there's bigger fish to fry, bigger money fights at 160 pounds, fights that I would like to see Charlo in. I wouldn't mind a Golovkin-Charlo fight if Golovkin and Canelo can't lock horns, as that deal is becoming very difficult to make. I don't mind Charlo fighting a Quillen or fighting the winner of Lemieux Stevens or Eubank Jr. is still out there. Shit, if he can become rated by the WO, he can go after Saunders. There's plenty of opportunities, plenty of fights to be made for Jermall Charlo at 160 pounds. Let him campaign at 160. Lot of fights to be made. He's letting his brother getting the shot at 154. Besides, there's better fights at 160, more dangerous fights, more lucrative fights. So I'm all for Jermall Charlo moving up in weight. It's long overdue. And I really hope he can get into position for these fights. It'll be in the best interest for Charlo's career to get these fights. You can only hope Al Heyman will deliver for Jermall Charlo. There shouldn't be any issues. He's already proven that he can make deals with other promoters like K2. I mean, it involved a mandatory, but at least the deal was made. No purse bids were necessary. So it shouldn't be an issue for Jermall Charlo to get these fights, as long as it makes sense for all the parties involved. If Charlo could get rated, become in a mandatory position, it won't take long for Charlo to start knocking on the door of the champions at 160 pounds. But I'm looking forward to Charlo's campaign at 160. Looking forward to his future career. He looked good in his last fight. There are defensive issues that I'm concerned about. He's going to have to improve those, make tweaks in his defense if he wants to compete with the elite level guys at 160. He's got the power, he's got the boxing skills, he's got the range, he's got counter-punching ability, and he's got the power and the size to compete at the top at 160-pound weight class. All he needs is the right direction, a couple of fights to get him rated, and he's well on his way to becoming a player at 160 pounds. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.